Hi everybody. I thought that I would do this vlog in regard to the issue of gay marriage. That's something that's been up on the news quite a bit lately, and several different places have either passed referendums about it or are looking at doing so, and I thought that this would be something that I'd like to be able to add my 2 cents in, I guess, about. I used to be somebody that just thought, well, gay marriage really wasn't something that I didn't think was really such a big deal, and I really didn't support it at all. And that might sound kind of strange coming from somebody who is gay, but I really just thought that it was more of an issue that had to deal with more of a religious context to it and the historical purpose behind marriage, and that just more or less, I thought it was always something that had to deal more with the issues of historically about whether offspring from marriage was going to be considered legitimate in the eyes of the law, or whether it was not. And I mean, that's traditionally been more what marriage was about, at least from that point of view from children. And that really isn't something, obviously, that applies much to people who are gay, since same-sex couples obviously aren't going to be having children other than through adoption. And I always felt that was, if there was a civil union, that was always going to be good enough, and I just kind of felt like, well, it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to have marriage. I don't think it really was something having to do with whether or not marriage is a heterosexual institution versus some people who feel that homosexuals need to do things that are non-heterosexualist, if that's even a word. And so that's kind of where I was coming from. I just didn't really think that marriage was necessary. But I kind of changed my view on that when November of 2008, when the election happened, and in California that Proposition 8 was not passed. And that kind of really changed my view about things, as I just really saw that as being a very elitist kind of a view from the side that was the winning side in that issue. And I felt that it was very discriminatory. And I really changed my view, because to me, I then looked at it and I saw, well, that marriage was really more about people's expression towards one another and being able to publicly declare their love, and to be able to commit to one another. And to me, I just don't understand why that issue is something that so many people oppose. It just doesn't make any sense to me that somebody who is gay, and who wants to declare their love for another person of the same sex, what difference does that make if that person is doing so in a marriage ceremony, or if they're doing it privately? I don't see how it hurts the institution of marriage. I don't understand how it hurts the institution of family. I don't see in any way, shape, or form that is a threat to heterosexuals or the heterosexual culture. And I really saw that election as being a turning point in terms of how I viewed gay marriage. Um, you know, I would like someday, if I ever chose to do so, to be able to have a marriage to somebody who I loved, and to be able to stand up and publicly commit my love and support to him. I think that's something that's pretty important to be able to do, if I chose to do so. By the same token, if I just wanted to do a civil union, then I could do that as well. But to be able to do that one way or the other, I think is very important. And to be excluded from that right or that opportunity is something that I just don't think is viable. I don't think it's ethically correct for people to do that, and I don't think it's something that is fair in any way, shape, or form. I feel it's really pretty discriminatory when that right is excluded from or denied from people being able to do that. So anyway, that's my view about what I feel on the issue of gay marriage, and I'm really hopeful in time that I see any state that is about ready to at least consider the option or to be able to do something about righting this very wrong discriminatory act. Thanks.